Ashley Bayes, 10 years now with AFC Wimbledon, the longest you've stayed at any club. How does that feel?
Yeah, really proud. Take a lot of pride in it. It's gone quite quick, to be fair. I think 10 years at one club. I think the most I ever stayed at a club as a player was 3 years, I think. So immensely proud. Enjoyed a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Enjoyed developing goalkeepers, lone goalkeepers coming in. I just love what I do, and I love continuing to do that.
Because of course when you first came here as well, you were registered as a player still as well, right at the end of it. When did you decide, that's it, I'm done with playing, it's coaching for me now?
I was indeed. I came in as a player coach under Ards, Coxey and Bass, and I did that for 2 years. So I was sort of trying to balance the two, coaching and trying to tick over, playing, like the cup games and things like that, just to keep me eye in with the young lads and everything. And then your body starts telling you, I think it might be time that I've got to sort of rein it in about playing and training as hard as I was, trying to balance the two really. And I think it was like I was getting niggles and it was taking me ages to get over them and that. So and then I just continued, but I became, just totally full-time coach. And I think that's where I felt that I became a better coach from that day when I sort of stopped having my eye on playing. So it had been, I think I was 42 then.
But there are occasions, of course, as well, where you hear goalkeepers that go way beyond their 40s. Was there ever a time that we may have called you out of retirement, Bayzo?
Came close a couple of times. I think the last time was under Robbo. I think I've been 49. I think we had a bit of a goalkeeping crisis. I think we only had one fit goalkeeper, and he did ask the question, but we ended up going with one of the young lads in the end. But I think I've had my time. So yeah, that was probably the last time. Yeah.
But as a coach now, how much do you feel you've grown in that 10 years that you've been here in this role?
Oh, massively. Since I came away from the playing, I've been here for 10 years. Worked under some different managers, all different types of managers, characters, personalities, tactically, technically, how they set up teams, set pieces. I wouldn't want to single any individual manager out, but I've took something from every manager, and then try to incorporate the work that I do with the goalkeepers into that team environment. So I'd like to say I've probably, I've learned a lot as a coach, personally, on and off the pitch. I've become a different sort of coach. I used to get very personal. I used to take it very personal. Don't get me wrong, it still hurts if the goalie makes a mistake. I think I've learned to cope with the mental side of it as well, more. So definitely improved.
But is it one of the sayings that you've had over the years as well, and rightly so, it's hardly ever wrong in terms of your judgment with goalkeepers? Just remind us of some of the success stories that have passed through here under your watchful eye.
I knew he was going to ask me this blog. I think what it is I give any goalkeeper comes into the building from a scholar upwards. I want them to know what it means, what it's about. So I integrate them into the group straight away, and if they can handle it, I keep them in and around it. So I did that from day one. I remember the first meeting I had with I think Robbo was the academy manager at the time, with Jeremy Sawyer, and I just said, I think it was Jordan Knight and Billy Bishop, and then from then on in I've done the same every time. So we had Will Mannion, who obviously he moved on to Hull City at the time, now playing for Cambridge, and then the next one to come through was Joe Bursick, who again, they were both in the England youth sides. Stoke, I think he went to Stoke then, now at Club Bruges. He had numerous loans, and then who do we have then? Then we had Shazy, who was obviously just got promoted to the Premier League. Who else do we have? We have Macca, who's playing at Eastleigh.
Yeah.
Coxey. Obviously, he came as a youth player, and he's now at Brentford. So he was another one. We have Keller Roos on loan. Yeah. George Long on loan. Tom King on loan.
Your current number one is not doing too bad as well, back with New Zealand, isn't he?
Yeah, Tans. So obviously Tans has come through the system. Broomy's another up and coming young goalkeeper.
Look, we've gone this far. I haven't mentioned yet.
Now you're going to ask me about Rambo.
It's Rambo, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we had a 6-year spell where we was having lone goalkeepers like every year, but then in the last few years we've had our own. I don't think I need to say too much about that. Look at him now, knocking on the England door and playing regular in the Premier League for Arsenal.
But he stays in touch with me. I know he stays in touch with you.
Yeah.
And that's so important in terms of his character.
I've got to be honest, all them goalkeepers I keep in touch with. Might be a phone call, might be a text, you know, and that just shows you sort of the bond you get with them. And it's you know, we mentioned Spike as well.
Well, we're going to come to Spike.
Oh right, okay. You know, you take a lot of pride. I pride myself on, if they come in the building and are a good goalkeeper, if they leave the building as a lone goalkeeper and they're better, I get a lot of satisfaction from that. So yeah, I love what I do. I love everything about goalkeeping, from the kit they wear to the gloves they wear to how they train day in, day out, how they look after themselves. I want to know what their life's all about. So when they come in, all they've got to worry about is giving me everything they've got on the training ground.
But with Rambo, I mean, it was just the fact that he's managed to keep himself grounded. He's now sort of developing so well. He could be England's number one at some stage. And yeah, it's not the whole story, but you played a small part in that development, and that's important. You must give you a lot of pride.
Yeah, small part in the journey. I mean, he's worked with numerous goalkeeping coaches. Everyone of all them goalkeepers, obviously they've worked with all different types of goalkeepers, and I feel very proud and privileged that I've played a role in all of their journeys to where they are now. I mean, they're all still playing at whatever level it is. So yeah, he came in as a boy, and for me, he left as a man. So yeah, it's good. It's good to watch their journeys.
One other story we've got to talk about over the years as well, which was incredible, was having Willie Caballero down here. I mean, he was very respectful. He didn't want any special treatment, and he just wanted to come in and train, didn't he? What
a guy, Willie Caballero. Funnily enough, I spoke to him last night. Just text, see how we're both getting on, see if we started back. Yeah, what privilege to have him in and around the building, come and train like a machine every day, give you everything on the training ground, and he was great around the group. Fantastic character, personality. So yeah, I was actually gutted when he actually left, but he went to Southampton. So I did throw it into him, do you fancy coming here? But you know, yeah, still speak to him. Yeah, as I said.
But I mean, you look at the career he's had, and well, it's still going. And then at the other end of the scale now, young Spike Brits, who's just left here, came through such a young age with us, sponsored your goalkeeping gloves. How good could he be?
He's got potential. Obviously, one of the biggest clubs in the world have just bought him. So again, proud for him and his family. But also, like, you always got it, disappointed, frustrated maybe, because you want to get them through at Wimbledon and get them in our first team. But they just, you know, it's one of them things. And when the big boys come hunting for them and they want them, it's you know, Man City.
Yeah.
I think that says it all. But I wish him all the very best. Again, spoke to him the other day. It was his 16th birthday. I was just gutted, really. I didn't have the time to work with him full time as a full-time scholar. But yeah, wish him and his family again all the very best.
In one side, as you say, I mean, it's great to see him move on to such a career that he could now have. But yet again, going back, it's like with Coxie as well. It's so close to having somebody that you brought through, helped bring through from the academy to get into the first team, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I first come across Spike when he was 7. He didn't really start. He used to come in and watch training sessions and things like that. But in the last probably 18 months, he's sort of worked closely with myself and the senior goalkeeping group, coming in one day a week from school on day release and then school holidays. And he really accelerated. So yeah, I wish him all the very best.
But of course as well, I mean, we also saw Spike in those early days, in those academy goalkeeping days that you staged so successfully, where you got all the first team keepers, everybody, all the keepers through the academy as well, all together, put them through a session. A couple of good ones that we've had. Do you want to do that again at some stage?
Yeah, that's something we're trying to do now. I've got young James in, doing the sort of assisting me, helping me with the goalkeeping group, with the young ones, working alongside me helping him and trying to develop him as a coach. which I'm looking forward to. So I've got him working with me now. So yeah, I'll look to be doing that again with him when it suits and when I can fit it in with the schedule.
Absolutely, that's good to hear. But of course, I mean, now turning to this season, I mean, you look at what the gaffer's doing, the squad that he's building. Somebody like having Jake Reeves back from that 2016 squad that was so successful, and the changes that are going on around the training ground as well. How's it starting to take shape?
Yeah, I mean, walked in for pre-season, it looks like a new place. Yeah, so yeah, obviously you've seen it yourself. The training ground's changed a lot. We've got the canteen, full-time chef now, so that's good for the nutrition. Pitches are getting done and looking better. It just is just a whole new freshness, and obviously a lot of new signings coming in. Gives you that buzz, gives you that feel, gives you that competitive edge. So yeah, working alongside the gaffer, Terry, Rob and Dorsey in the coaching department. Yeah, it's really exciting times, and I'm really excited as I always am. But I'm really looking forward to this season, and hopefully we can do something special this year.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, going back to 2016 as well, would that have been the high point for you?
Oh, massively. Getting promoted at Wembley, yeah, massive. Brilliant, loved every minute of it, and I'd love to do it again. So you know, we'll keep striving to get to where we can get, and hopefully we can be there again.
What I've got to ask you about as well, the fans at this club. I mean, how much do you have that special relationship with them, particularly when you come out on a match day, and how important they are to this club?
Yeah, I think it probably when I first came in and I was like player coach, I was playing, and you know, I just played as if I was still a player. So you get that bond, and you've seen how I interact with the fans, and they love me as much as I love them. So yeah, it's nice, it's great. I mean, walking out as a coach and they're clapping and chanting your names, it's unbelievable. And you know, proud day when we went back to Plough Lane. It was a full house. Very well, it's quite emotional actually. Been here that long and always hearing about it, but then when it actually happened and we went back there, like it was something else, and I know we'll get the place bouncing again.
You played so many games during your career as well. You've got special relationships with other clubs too, but 10 years here now, how much is this club really under your skin and is a part of your family?
It is my family, yeah. But don't get me wrong, I never get comfortable, I never get complacent, because the minute I do, I know I'll be getting a rocket on my, you know what. I've got a lovely family at home who support me. I am a family man, so away from here, I do like to be around my family, even though we live in Hertfordshire. But yeah, it's great. I love coming in. I wake up every morning. I look forward to coming in and enjoy what I do. And when you've got a staff that I work with now, well, to be fair, all the staff that I've worked with here have always let me get on with my job. I structure it, I organise it. You get put on the spot at times. Demands are high, but I want that. I want to be challenged. I want to be pushed. I want to be challenged as a coach. You know, and the gaffer's created that atmosphere in the office now and on the training ground. And I was saying, my office is when I walk down there on the grass. So yeah, I love it. I love everything. Love the day I wake up and I've lost that buzz or that drive. Will be the day I might have to start thinking about calling it a day, but I can't see it for a long time.
So you love it, but even the commute, even the getting up early and
yeah, half five, 6 o'clock. Yeah, don't mind. Don't bother me one bit. I'm an early bird anyway. Getting here, getting early. Do a bit in the gym or go for a run before we come in and get organised. I'm an organised person anyway, so yeah, and yeah, love it.
And the positive outlook on life as well. I mean, you're the same off camera as you are on it. So, what do you put that down to? Again, got a great family behind me, and I'm repeating myself. I know. I love what I do. Love everything about goalkeeping. I don't know anything else, so I just try to give it everything I've got every single day, every match day. And you know, sometimes I might be a bit loud, a bit lively for people. They'll soon tell me, but you know, what you see is what you get with me. But at the end of the day, it's about what I do on the training ground and what I produce from the goalkeepers and on match days. And I like to be judged on that. And long may it continue. Oh, long may it continue, Blog. Thanks, Bayzo. Thank you very much. Absolute pleasure. Thank you.